Hi, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I was doing my afternoon walk, and the topic coming to my mind was motivation and inspiration. And I don't know how you feel about that, but it seems that it was just the end of the previous year, 2022, and we are moving on to 23. And a lot of people usually have New Year's resolutions. And I was talking to a few people who told me this morning that, but they did not have any New Year's resolutions, but they were trying to come up with some goals for this year, something that they really wanted to do and achieve and experience. And I was thinking about, what motivates them to be able to continue doing what they wanted to, what they were planning to do. And I was asking the question myself as well, like, what is it that I need to, what way is it that I need to think or feel to motivate myself every single morning? And of course, when I wake up, I do my little rituals and habits that will help me get through the day and start on a very positive note. That is a kind of motivation for myself, and it also inspires me to come up with new creative ideas and just new things that I would like to experience. But I was also thinking about the many people who I know set a lot of goals for themselves, a lot of people who say that, okay, they want to lose weight, right? That's something that's super common at the end of every single year, because after we have had the holidays and we have eaten a lot, a few kilos just skip up. And we feel that, oh my gosh, we're just heavier. It's so much more difficult to do your daily walk. It is so much more difficult to exercise. So, people say that, okay, now I want to lose weight. And how long can they go if they have no real motivation, if it was just the inspiration of the moment to come up with that idea? And I just wanted to have a conversation with you, how you feel about motivation, how you feel about sticking to the things that you decide to do, and probably not just for a couple of days, but you really would like to establish them as your new habits. And if you want to establish habits, you really need to have that determination. And having the determination will allow you to have your small wins and successes every single day. You can pat yourself on the shoulder, at the end of the day and say, yes, you did it. And your motivation will just keep going and going and going. And you might ask me the question why that is. And from my experience, I can tell you that if I have a micro win during the day, I can say that, okay, so today I drank an nth liter of water because my body needed that. Or I did 50 push-ups because that's what my body required. Or I didn't eat chocolate because my body didn't need that. Then I can say, okay, so today I did it. It's just one day at a time, because and I'm sure you do know it, that tomorrow is the busiest day of your life, because a lot of people just procrastinate and they say, okay, I maybe don't want to do it today, or I don't feel like doing it today. I'll do it tomorrow. And well, I think we all know that tomorrow never comes. Sometimes it does, but most of the cases it does not arrive, and we don't do the thing that we procrastinate and what we say that we're going to just do the next day, right? Unfortunately, I cannot see your faces, but thank you for being here with me. But I'm sure some of you are actually nodding and saying that, yes, there is some truth to that. Okay, so getting back to motivation, what can we do? And I would be very happy to know what you yourselves do to keep going and to keep motivating yourself, because there's not always an outside person who would do that for you. So, for example, what I do is I just sit down and take notes about my thoughts. I take notes about what I really would like to achieve. And, at the end of the day, I just look at it and say, okay, have I done all the things that I wanted to do? And that's a way to motivate myself. Because if I feel that it wasn't as successful as I wished for it to be, then, I just can say, okay, tomorrow is another day. I can start again. But I definitely wanted to give it a try the day when the decision itself came. Okay, so that's a way to motivate yourself. Or you can say that you are going to celebrate your little wins. You're going to celebrate the small successes that you had. That is a form of motivation. I know that, some people who I was talking to about, what they do, they say that maybe they allow themselves to eat a piece of special chocolate that is really their favorite, only in the case when they see or feel that they have tried their best to achieve what they wanted to achieve that day. And this could be like maybe reading 5 pages of a book because you would like to learn something. Maybe it is just something, declutter your closet. Maybe you find it very difficult to get rid of things, and then you say, okay, so today I'm going to get rid of 5 things. I'm going to put those out of my closet because I haven't been using those pieces of clothes for, I don't know, maybe 5 years or so, and why keep them? It doesn't fit anymore. Okay, so that is probably a micro win if you feel that you could get rid of those 5 things. This is, for example, something I find very difficult to do, and I have a daughter, luckily, who definitely does not collect things, definitely not objects, and she is helping me a lot with that, for example. So maybe you can look for a partner who is going to help you make those decisions of how to do the micro wins, and then you can act upon it and see how it feels to you, because first time is very difficult. Okay, so if you want to do your first 50 push-ups, it's going to be very difficult. You have to keep practicing that muscle. Okay, if you want to get rid of maybe some of those things that you do not use or have not been using for a long time, that's difficult as well because it has a sentimental value to you. Maybe there is a piece of clothing that you remember you purchased at this and this store, and you were with this and this person, and it's difficult to get rid of because it's the memory that you find very difficult to get rid of. But once you achieve that, once you did that, the second 5 pieces are going to be so much more easy. I can tell you that from experience, actually. And it's the same thing about, for example, losing weight. You can say, okay, so I'm going to step on the scales, and I'm going to, check what my present weight is, and I want to lose, let's say, 4 or 5 kilos. What can you do? Of course, you can exercise every day. That definitely requires a lot of perseverance, a lot of determination, because I also know a lot of people who tell me that, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to exercise, I'm going to do running every day. And you know what? If you just look around yourselves, I'm sure you can find people who keep talking about it but never doing it. Okay, so what is their motivation? They have no real motivation. Otherwise, they would be doing it, right? So these are the little things. Getting back to this idea of losing weight, for example, you have to do it from day to day, and then to the next day, and then to the day after that. Because if you celebrate yourself, those little wins that you have achieved, it's going to give you motivation. And what could be a celebration? Maybe you want to take a hot bath because maybe you're a person who loves doing that. Or maybe you just would like to watch a special movie that you wouldn't be watching, but you're going to treat yourself to that. Or maybe, and I could probably go on listing these things because I really enjoy celebrating the little wins that I do. Sometimes I just buy a book for myself that I was hesitating whether I needed it or not. But if there is hesitation, so there's a 50-50 chance whether you need it or not. But if you act upon it, you finally realize maybe that it was the book that you wanted. If not, then maybe you can give it to a relative and they would appreciate reading it. Okay, but just the fact itself that you buy yourself that present is going to make you feel good. So that could be a motivation. So here's the thing. If you want to achieve anything or make something become a reality in your life, maybe even as a way to make it a habit of yours, then you have to motivate yourself every single day. And if you can do that, I'm sure that you're going to have those achievements, those pats on your shoulder, those celebrations that you're really craving, that you're really looking forward to. And this is what's going to make your life so much more fun. Because yes, there is a little bit of a challenge, but then there is a little bit of a celebration. Then there's a new challenge, then there is going to be some more celebration. And if you just follow this pattern of putting some effort into something and then enjoying the benefits, putting some efforts into that and then enjoying all the good things that come out of that is, to me, the key to having a good life. And as this channel is called Happiness is a Choice, my daily choice and your daily choice as well, maybe if you can find this kind of motivation for yourself, then you're going to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve and feel the satisfaction, feel the happiness, and that smile would not be wiped off your face, because you're just going to have the greatest time in 2023. And if you feel that this is what you'd like to do and you don't know how to get started, well, let me know. I'm so happy and grateful if you ask for my help. If you'd just like to talk about it, I'm here to listen. And my aim is to help 100 people achieve their dreams this year. So if you're one of them, let me know. And let's just have a chat and you'll see where it can take you and how it can break a wall for you. One of my favorite songs actually is by a Korean pop group, and they have a song titled Gorilla. The name of the band is ATEEZ, and it's not an advertisement. It's just my favorite group from there. And they have this line in this song saying that break the wall, break the wall. And I think it just talks to those people who really want to break that wall and really want to find their motivation and really want to achieve those micro wins on a daily basis, because achieving something big is very difficult. But if you take the tiny little steps, and this is my last thought, my brother was telling me this Facebook post he found, and I remember seeing it myself, that there are two letters leaning against a wall. On one of the letters, the steps are incredibly big, and it's very difficult to climb that one. And on the other letter, there are just a lot of steps, a lot of tiny steps. In the first case, the person couldn't even reach up to the second level, to the second step. But in the second case, where the steps are so much closer to each other, it's so much easier to climb up to the top of the wall. And the person climbing the second ladder is actually at the top in the picture, because it is possible, so much more easily possible to do that, to climb that ladder, than if you set big steps for yourself, because, well, it's very discouraging. It's more encouraging to have the small steps and the small wins and the celebrations. So on that note, I would like to wish you a really great day, a really incredible 2023. Find your motivation, and if you just would like to talk about, how you could motivate yourself, or what some ideas might be that I could help you with, feel free to contact me, and let's have a great chat. Enjoy your day.